Before I continue discussing the markets, please take this moment now with helping me and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click subscribe. Click this bell. Click all. This helps you receive a notification when I post my next videos. Next, click the thumbs up button every time you watch my videos. Okay, let's continue with the view of the markets. It's 11:10 a.m. New York time. The New York session ended. Let's discuss currencies, the Forex currencies, cryptocurrencies, and take in consideration the current interest rate situation with yields. But first, I want to show you, if you're not aware, YouTube channels are for these tabs. And some utilize playlists. I'm showing you I do. In the playlist, you see different categories of interest. So if you want to know further about something I've mentioned in the past under certain categories, such as this one I'm talking about is currencies. So I'll be listing currencies. If there's another one you want me to add, comment below and I will consider adding that. So now click like and subscribe if you haven't yet. I appreciate it. On to the video. We're looking here at each candle's a weekly time frame. Since it's Tuesday, the weekly time frame is not done yet, but you're going to get a better perspective. The top three grids are the yields, which have relationship to interest rates. As yields go higher, they put pressure on the interest rates to go higher. And the bottom are treasuries, different durations, the bonds, which are the longer duration. Then you have the notes, which is the 10, and then the shorter ones are 5. Let's first look at the yields, the 30-year. As I said, yields, when they go higher, they put pressure, interest rates go higher. You notice this consolidation, staircase pattern, higher high. We're at a big round number now, 20, and this is another consolidation, which is strange. So the momentum on the weekly time frame, each candle weekly, is to the upside. Do you disagree? Comment below. I see charts don't lie. People on media do lie sometimes. The push is still higher. Okay, now let's look at the 10-year. Same thing, consolidation, staircase pattern, higher high. We're looking at the shorter duration, the 5-year. Very tight consolidation. But again, you have breakouts, trending higher, pull back, breakout, consolidation. The momentum should be continuing going higher, most likely, on the 5. But it's certainly happening on the 30 and the 10. Got it? There's pressure for interest rates to go higher. But the Federal Reserve Central Bank does not have to raise it. There's other ways around what they're doing. Distribute more money. Yeah. 30-year bonds. The trend is down. This is a wedge. These purple lines are a wedge, and in it is building a coil, and the coil is getting tighter and tighter. They will break out one way or the other for a new trend. Very interesting how this is building calls. Look at the 10-year notes. Not as much decline in a wedge as a 30-year. Staircase pattern lower low. This was a demand zone. We broke below it and now building consolidation. Most likely still to the downward. But again, much steeper on this one, the 30 than the 10. Okay, the 5-year notes. Tight consolidation. That's channeling into this yellow horizontal line that has been acting as a supply zone. Sellers have stepped up there. That's a swing high. Where this green horizontal line has been demand zone where buyers are. Well, this one and this one, the momentum still has been lower low. And this has been different. Yeah. So keep an eye on what's going to happen in the weeks ahead. Are we going to finally break out of this? That's going to have a huge effect on stocks and currencies. Okay, I discussed that. Let's get on to currencies now. In effect, FYI, higher interest rates typically have strength in the US dollar. Lower interest rates weaken the US dollar. So now we're going to look at FX futures, which are currencies that trade in the futures market. See the symbols? They start with a forward followed by 6. That means they're currencies in the futures market. Again, each candle is a week. These are the major currencies in the US dollar index. So this is the euro /6E. Consolidation broke up to the upside consolidation. So the euro is gaining strength against the US dollar. And here, hovering around that big round number, 120. Japanese yen is actually broke out of the consolidation. Look at that full pullback back into the bottom of this consolidation. Japanese yen is one of the 3 safe haven currencies. Do you know what they are? They're my past videos. US dollar, Japanese yen, Swiss franc. Yeah. So if this is declining, but the US dollar is also declining, well, you have to see what the Swiss franc is doing to know where the money's going for safe haven. Maybe it's going to the equity market. And this consolidation, wedge, consolidation inside broke out below it. So we have a shift the past 2 weeks of what's happening in the yen US dollar. Declining yen giving strength to the US dollar. British pound, wedge, staircase pattern higher high, real strong. Did you enter this trade as I shared the trade ideas to you last year? You could use the stock ETF. I shared that last year. If you look at my past currency videos, I said even if you can only afford 1 share, consider doing that for a nest egg. It's doing very well. Canadian dollar against the US dollar, gaining strength against the US dollar. So here's the high for the year. We're not there yet, this yellow horizontal line, but strength and momentum still to the upside. And the Swiss franc, here's the high for the year, broke out of that consolidation, trending lower. And this midpoint of this candle, this gray horizontal line, that's a midpoint. Look at that, buyer stepped in here. It's a demand zone. So possibly we're going to have a reverse and go back up to maybe retest this swing high. That could be a trade idea. You can use the faster time frame as an entry if you're bullish. Australian dollar, one of the super strong currencies of last year and again this year. In a consolidation, here's the high for the year, that yellow horizontal line, and it's building momentum going back up. Maybe it's going to be a breaking out. Again, that's one of the 3 currencies I mentioned last year as a good investment trade to be into those. If you didn't want to buy the futures or Forex, you could have bought their stock ETFs. Note, the euro is the heaviest weighted currency in the US dollar, followed by the yen and the pound. So let me show you on a perspective. We're going to look at US dollar index. Again, that's more heavily weighted to the euro. Each candle here is a week. The momentum has been down. It broke out of this consolidation. I'll zoom in. This was consolidation, broke out of it, rejected this gray horizontal line, sold off, and now currently inside candle for the week. That means the high and low is not above or below. So the probability is, because this body is solid, that means it's red, we're going to roll over and go lower. Currency, lower currency may mean the yields may turn down going lower as well. Lower, the currency getting weaker, inverse typically in commodities. Commodities go higher most of the time. Excuse me. Commodities all priced in US dollar. Let's look at cryptocurrency. I am long. I'm in Bitcoin long. Went long a few days ago before Tesla made their announcement. So weekly candles. This was consolidation, a wedge. I'll draw the purple lines later. Broke out of it to the upside real strong. On to the other currencies now. Let's look at the euro pairs. We're looking at Forex currencies now. 6 letters. First letter represents the stronger currency, followed by a /. Well, we already spoke about the euro US dollar. Each candle is a week. Looking at the euro yen. So if the price is up, that means strength to the euro. Do you know what happened last year? United Kingdom left the EU. That could be tearing down the euro. So we're looking here at euro yen. It's in a consolidation, but the momentum still has been higher euro, weakening yen. It's in a consolidation, and that's the high for the year. The euro pound broke out of this consolidation, going down. That means the pound is gaining strength against the euro. So we saw the pound gaining strength against the US dollar, the pound gaining strength against the euro. These are potential target places I'm looking for to be tested and see if we're going to pause, reverse, or what may happen at those levels. Because this was a demand zone before. But again, the takeaway is what? The pound is super strong against the US dollar and the euro. I have to check some other currency pairs. Euro Canadian, a lot of chop, But the trend is not so clear, just an exhalation. Okay, the euro Swiss franc is safe haven currency. It's in a consolidation. The euro Aussie, yep. Prices are declining, giving strength to the Aussie against the euro. So again, the euro losing strength and the Aussie gaining strength against the euro. Let's go on to the next currency pairs. The second biggest currency in the US dollar is what? The yen, the Japanese yen. We already spoke about the US dollar yen. We already spoke about the euro Japanese yen. Pound and the Japanese yen. Again, Japanese yen is a safe haven currency. First three letters are JPY, the pound. So the prices are going higher, giving strength to the pound against the yen. Again, the pound is so strong. Pound is stronger, going in favor against the US dollar, the euro, and the yen. The strength has been in the pound since last year. And now it's up to a big round number. And what was a swing high, this yellow horizontal line. And the Canadian dollar and Japanese yen. Yep. Look at that. Broke out of that consolidation, going higher, giving strength to the Canadian dollar against the yen. So again, the safe haven currency is not being flown into right now into the yen. Safe haven currency of dollar and yen are declining. People are going to other currencies. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, also in consolidation. Aussie, Japanese yen. Yeah, Aussie super strong. So we already saw Aussie beating the euro, Aussie beating the yen, Aussie beating the US dollar. So it's strong. Also hit an all-time high right here this week. Interesting. Let's zoom in, see if anything else made an all-time high this week. Or for the year. Sorry, for the year. So we're looking for the year. Yep, pound, yen made a high for the year. Aussie, Japanese yen made a high for the year. Let's go on to the next currency pair. The pound, the third biggest currency in the US dollar, the pound. And we already spoke about the pound US dollar, saying that the pound was stronger. As well, we spoke about the pound yen, pound stronger than the yen. And I already spoke about the euro pound, again, the pound stronger. Pound Canadian dollar. Wow. All-time high for the year right there. And the pound is getting strength. It's going higher. Pound Swiss franc. Broke out of this consolidation, moving higher. Again, pound is gaining strength over the yen. I mean, the Swiss franc. And we'll end here. Pound Aussie. It's in a consolidation, trending down, still favoring for the what? Aussie. If you like this market information I've shared and want to learn more with greater detail, step-by-step training, I have a Patreon page. I share trade ideas for earning monthly income. Below in the description box, click Show More. Scroll down. This link here, click on it. Take you here to my Patreon page. Select the membership and join. Then you have access to unlock my posts.